where we break apart. Segregation gave us separation in different parts. Wondering where to start or where to pick back up. I know it's tough when hope ain't something that glows in the dark. Manage to keep it to myself when you're pulling out your heart. You start praying to which God, but in the end there's only one, and that's when you can decide and leave them all. So be careful what you pray for and take a shot. As I watch the morning.
On April 25th, Asian Resources embarked on hosting a youth summit, but not your typical summit. We hosted the See Youth in Action Summit at Sacramento State University. For the majority of the participants, it was the first time stepping into a higher education facility and also an experience they soon won't forget.
The summit consisted of a panelist as well, consisting of all walks in life such as law enforcement, CSU alumni, and even a former gang member. Students were able to relate their own personal struggles with the panelists to have hope and be encouraged by their inspiring stories.
To let you know that in today's world, you gotta know where you come from to know where you're going. Because if you don't, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be confused. Sit down with grandma, because she knows a lot of history. Sometimes when you go into these public schools, right, they will teach you, not really history, they'll teach you his story. So you gotta really know what's history. Where did we come from? Where did our ancestors come from? So before I leave, guys, I know I ain't got that much time, but I just want to share a poem with you guys. When I was locked up, I was facing life, but I did 7 years in the California Youth Authority. I paroled out in 2000, not knowing how to read, not knowing how to write, nothing. But then I had one mentor that guided me through success. A poem that I wrote when I was locked up, I didn't know what to do, and I still got, this is still the original paper that I did, and this is about 14 years old, right? But dear God, please wake me up when I'm free. In this world that I live in, all I hear and see is poverty and captivity. A place where people judge you on the color of your skin, not on what you know from within. A place where freedom and peace and happiness is what's in the mind of our refugees. The land of freedom of speech, civil rights, and democracy. My mom and dad would always tell me, son, we are the last of a dying breed. We are a victim of genocide, son. Can't you see? We walked so many miles and lost so many smiles. Looking left and right, so many of our people's body lying dead in power. Cambodia would never be the same. Your ancestors' soul is still screaming in pain. They died for you and me so we could be free. So here we are living in a land our ancestors never got to see. But there are some things that just remain the same. Kids couldn't wait to grow up so they could gang bang. Killing each other like it's an everyday thing. When will this killing cycle end? Until then, God, please wake me up when I'm free. In this world that I live in, all I hear and see is poverty and captivity. Thank you.
Students learn about themselves and others from different parts of town where they could never get the opportunity to do so because of gang affiliation, association, or fear of going to a different neighborhood due to their background. Students were able to show their talents and potentials by delivering powerful lyrics and performing rap music and beatbox.
And today, I'm going to give you guys a little treat. All right.
just can't find it. I try to make the top, but it's hard to climb it. And the climate gets colder as I'm climbing higher. As I speak to you now, I hope that you can forgive me. I've tripped and I fell. Better think about you every time. I never stop to think about what's wrong and what's right. I am tempted, please forgive. I ain't always perfect, so please take.
Motivational speakers were able to tell the stories about their struggles that are similar to what the students go through on their daily life. Focus on forgiving and decision making that can affect one's life, such as game banging, getting into trouble. Motivational speakers focus on education and how it's the key to success to encourage students to think about their decisions and what they are currently doing. More importantly, these motivational speakers reflect the youth and who they are and what they are going through as Southeast Asian young men. Students were broken into 3 groups to have the opportunity to get to know other students from different parts of the community. They attended 3 workshops, and these workshops were Don't Kill Your Dreams. Students learned about the effects of drugs and alcohol and how teenagers don't realize how much they are doing that are jeopardizing their opportunities in being a successful person. The second workshop was Foundational Skills for Effective Leadership. Students learned about time management and leadership skills that they never thought they had. Many students stated that they didn't realize how many hours they had that were going into doing nothing. 3. The importance of higher education. Participants learned that by having higher education, they would have more opportunities in their future, a satisfying career, and turn.
Separation in different parts, wondering where to start, or where to pick back up. I know it's tough when hope ain't something that glows in the dark. Manage to keep it to myself when you're pulling out your heart. You start praying to what you got, but in the end, there's only one, and that's for you to decide and leave them all. So be careful what you pray for and take a shot. Remember, as I watch you throw my problems to my head, everything you said is true. That I can never come back and blame you. But mistakes will never be the same. I'll make you through. Open up your eyes before it's too late. And don't you live in the moment. Set yourself straight. You both know that you're acting for your home.